One of the favorite things I like to do is turn my photographs into works of art. And on today's episode, we're going to take a look at how we can do that and some software that we can do that with. So stay tuned. I want to start this off today by showing you some of the work that I have done through the years. I really love turning my photographs into works of art, and I really enjoy doing it, and it is a lot of fun. And hopefully, guys, I can inspire you to do this. And I really like to interact with you guys, so please comment, suggestions, thoughts, anything. I really like to hear what you have to say about like this artistic effect on images. All right, so here's one right here. I really love this image. I love flowers, and I do a lot of flower photography, and I think the Painterly really works on this particular image. Here's another one of my earlier pieces, mainly done with textures and some different coloring effects in Photoshop. I really love this one, the way it came out. This is one I did years and years ago, probably maybe 10, 11 years ago. I don't even know what software I used. I know I used Photoshop. I combined multiple images and used different software. I probably don't even have that software anymore, but that is a wild looking image, and I like it. It's fun, and it's art. So there's that one. This is one I shot in a local conservatory, Phipps Conservatory in Pittsburgh, PA. It's a little tiny bonsai tree that I added some Painterly effect to, and I really like it. I was thinking Lord of the Rings at the time. I think it was around the time Lord of the Rings was out, and put me in that mood, and I like that one. Here's another flower shot. Some different effects on this one. I think I was using like a pencil type sketching effect in the background, but not on the flower itself. And I like the colors here. I like these muted green colors in the background and the bright red of the particular tulip. I think that came out really, really nice. This is just a rose. I love roses, and I love to come in close on roses. And this particular rose, I thought a texture would really look nice. I actually printed this image, and it's hanging up in my living room. I really like it a lot. I think it's really cool. Textures is another way to really add artistic painterly looks to your images. And we're gonna get into a lot of that stuff too, guys, as we go on with these videos. This is one I shot in Pittsburgh, in the Strip District of Pittsburgh, and I love it. I love this. They had this mannequin. This was a bread company, Mancini's Bread Company, and they had this. The bottom piece here is like a flour sack, okay? And they have the Mancini shirt on this little mannequin here. And I thought the mannequin looked really cool. And I added a artistic painterly effect to it, and I love it. One day I'll print this image. I think it looks really cool. All right, here's just a simple house. Now the photograph is like, it's okay. But when I added this artistic look to it, this is a combination of, say, like some pencil sketching and some painterly looks to it. And I think it really came out nice. I don't know what it is, but I like this image. This is one I did of Pittsburgh up on Mount Washington. Used my long lens and zoomed in on an area. And I added different kind of painterly techniques to this one. I used some oil painting techniques, some pencil sketching techniques, and I just combined a bunch of different things to get this one. It is so fun to create this stuff, guys. Here's another flower shot. This is one of my buddy. We were up in Hocking Hills shooting waterfalls and came to this cave called, oh gosh, I forget the name of it. Can't remember what the name of that was. It escapes me right now. But what I like here is like these rocks right here. Don't they look like faces? You know, these are actually in the rocks, and I thought, oh, isn't it cool? It looks like he's going into this cave here. Like, beware, there could be something in here you don't want to see. So that's kind of fun. And, you play as you're doing this stuff, and you let your mind go, and you become creative. You gotta free that mind up so you can let go and go places where you never would have got. It's important, guys, that you don't let yourself become locked up. Just free your mind so that you can be who that you are and create the art that only you can create. Okay, I can create this type of art. you can create another type of art. It's all wonderful, and it's just like, it's so freeing to just let yourself go and experiment. And don't be afraid to experiment with this stuff. It's a lot of fun. And hopefully I'll inspire you guys to do that. Just let go. We're going to do some images where I'm just going to take a photograph and have no preconceived idea of where we're going to go with that photograph, but I'm just going to show you my process, how I create, and we'll just take it one step at a time. Now, I may have to pause the video as I'm thinking in between here, because some of these pieces could take, could take a couple hours, could take a couple of minutes, could take a couple of days. You know what I mean? So bear with me on that. But we'll pause the video as I'm thinking a little bit. But I want you to see the entire process from start to finish. Like I said, with no preconceived ideas, so you can actually see how this process works. I think that'll be kind of fun. Let me know what you think about that idea. Just comment below and let me know if you think, boy, that sounds like something I would really enjoy. I really like this one. It kind of reminds me of a piece of like Chinese art or something like that, Japanese art. I really, really like the effect on this one. Okay, and then I do a lot of landscapes, and this is a particular landscape I did where I was working on this technique where I was making images where you couldn't tell, is this a painting? Is this a photograph? I wanted to like skirt the edges of a painting in a photograph. And I really like the results of this, and I like to play with this technique a lot. This image I really loved, some geese flying. It was going into fall. I love the sky. This was an early morning shot up in Ohio on a bog, I believe it was, and this is the feeling I actually felt in my mind and in my heart, and it's every time I look at this image, it just gives me a nice peaceful feeling. And art will really do that, right? It's really cool. This was, I think, on that same trip. I saw some fall leaves up there, and the photograph looks really nice. But I really like this as a piece of art. I think it looks really beautiful. Another flower shot. I believe it's a black-eyed Susan. I think this really turned out nicely as a work of art. Another one with some textures, and I love the colors in here. I wanted to keep it soft and muted colors. A butterfly on some sort of an orange flower. A rose. Hey, what can we say a rose? That single rose, right? A rose for my love. And I don't know. I just love roses, and boy, I wish we could smell this rose. But I took some artistic liberties here, as you can definitely see. Here's a cool one. Kind of reminds me sort of a cartoonish oil painting. I love this little fly right here. It's kind of fun. Wanted to keep this guy nice and moody and kind of dramatic. I really enjoy this image right here. Nice little caterpillar. My wife and I were at a farmer's market a couple years ago, I believe it was now. And my wife bought this little butterfly bush. I believe that's what you call it. It was a butterfly bush. But it came with this little caterpillar attached to it. And I had to grab my camera and pull that out when I got home and take a picture of the caterpillar. It went with us the whole way in our car to our house. And it stayed on that bush for I don't know, maybe at least 3 or 4 days. Every day I'd go out and look to see if my little butterfly friend, or not my butterfly friend, but my little caterpillar friend was still there. And I guess one day this guy will turn into a butterfly. And I hope he did. Another flower image. A lot of different effects on this one. A rose. Another rose from a beautiful rose garden. And here's another flower image, a little more modern looking. Another flower image. You'll see a lot of those from me, guys. I love flowers. Nature and a garden. Oh, man, what can I say? Another flower. I love the softness, the pastel look. I used some textures on the background here and then added painterly effects to just the textures. Nothing on the flower. This is a little more modern looking work of art, and I really enjoy this one. Here's another one. I just did this one yesterday, and I had a lot of fun with this. The photograph was just really kind of boring, and it had a lot of nice bokeh bubbles in it. That's what these guys are, bokeh bubbles. Now they look like maybe fruit or something, grapes or something. Turned this into an abstract, and I really went bold with the colors here, and I thought this came out nice. What do you think? It's one of those ones you may say, I like this, Dave, or Dave, this one's really weird. I don't like it. You know, art is subjective. Some you like, some you don't. Here's one. This is mainly just textures on this one. I added some bokeh in the texture. The little bokeh bubbles that you see in here are from a texture. And then yesterday, the day I made this image, I also made this one, which was from this one. Okay, so there's the bokeh bubbles right back in here. Added a bunch of different effects with some Topaz software. And I think, no, we got a couple more here. This one's mainly just textures. This one is textures in the background with some painterly effect added to the textures. And that's the end of that section, guys. Next, we're going to show you some of the software that I use to make these images. So stay tuned for that. All right, as promised, guys, I wanted to show you some of the software that I use to make my works of art, and I use a lot of Topaz, okay, because I've been with Topaz for the longest time. They make really great software, and I love it. So this is the Topaz Labs website here. We're looking at the Topaz Studio website here. It's really cool. And by the way, guys, this Topaz Studio, it's a free download. I mean, you don't have to purchase it, and it comes with a bunch of free adjustments with it. And then there are what they call pro adjustments that you can purchase. Okay, some of them are not very expensive, but they're all very powerful, and some are on the little expensive side. But believe me, they are really worth the money because they are really well-made pieces of software. So Topaz Studio. And you need Topaz Studio to run the other adjustments, so that's important. And they do give it to you free, so that's really nice of them. But I'm going to leave the link in the description below so you can go over to this website and check it out and download the Topaz Studio for yourself. We're looking today at a couple of the pieces of software I use inside of Topaz Studio, and that is Impression in Studio. This guy right here, it's $99.99. Probably one of their most expensive adjustments. A lot of the adjustments are only like $19.99 and things like that. But this one is very powerful, guys. And believe me, there's a lot of work that was put into this thing. So it gives you really beautiful, artistic, painterly results, and I really love it. Okay, and that's Impression in Studio. And let's just look through some of the stuff on this web page here. There's a picture here, which is beautiful. It looks like Venice, and here's a gallery here. Let's just look at some of their images. I showed you mine. Now let's look at what they've done with it. Man on a gondola. That's really nice. So look at the lovebirds in Paris, the Eiffel Tower in the background. Very painterly, very beautiful image. But this is the kind of results you can get with this, guys. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. And as you can see, there's all kind of different results that you can get from here. They give you all kind of different styles, impressionistic styles. They give you Seurat was a famous painter that painted with the little dots and things like that. I mean, you can get all kind of styles inside of there. Watercolor, pencil sketching, you name it, you can get it out of Impression in Studio, which is really cool. And another piece of software I use is in Studio is the AI Remix. Okay, AI Remix uses artificial intelligence, and it maps your image to different styles of artistic designs. Like see this image right here. Looks like a Monet, like Starry Night image, okay, right? And that's using AI Remix, okay? And you can see the before and after, pretty cool. And this guy right here, this wolf here, okay, the before and after, so pretty cool stuff. This is powerful, guys, and I like to combine AI Remix with Impression, and I get some really cool results. And I'm going to be showing you guys, as I said earlier, up and coming, images from start to finish. And I'll show you my process. I'm going in with no preconceived idea, but just working with these pieces of software to get the final result. And you'll see how I use this stuff. Like, I don't just take that plug in and drop the plug in on and say, I'm done. No, I turn it into my own creation by combining different plugins together at various opacities and things like that. And you'll see what I'm doing, but it becomes my own unique piece of art. And I hope to inspire you guys to make your own unique pieces of art. And please share that with me here on my YouTube page. At least link it so we can all see it. And I like to share your images, guys, on some upcoming videos, some of the work that you're doing, so the world can see what you're doing. And I'd really love to be able to do that. So please comment or email me, let me know, and share some of your work with me as well. So there you go, guys. Well, that's the video today. I want to inspire you to get into some photo art and really let that inner artist that's inside of each and every one of us come out, guys. You can do it. It's not hard. You have that artist in you. You know it. It's in there. It's wanting to get out. So you just need to unleash it and free it and let it go. And I can't wait to see what you're going to be doing. So guys, thanks so much for joining me today. If you liked this video today, please give it a like, share it with your friends. And also, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do so and click that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of all the new videos that I'm putting out. Well, guys, it's such a pleasure being with you today. Thanks for joining me today on The Joy of Editing with Dave Kelly, and I'll see you guys next time right here